Good morning, everybody. Another beautiful day. This time we are in uptown, downtown, outside of town, however you want to call it, Granton. And we are going to get a 9900 self-propelled forage harvester ready to go demo it in corn this time. It's a brand new machine. It's been pre-delivered, but it's set up for hay. So we're going to jump on this rig. We're going to get it all converted over for hay, from hay to corn. And then just make sure everything's set up, ready to roll, take it out and see if we can't sell a chopper before the end of season. We've got the spout put on, the 12 row, we slapped that on, put the crop pans in the front. We just got done putting the shear processor in here, or John Deere Extreme processor. Belt is on. All we gotta do is ratchet all Humpty Dumpty back down in the bay. Make sure grease line's up, fill the tank up there, and for the most part, if this thing had to go to the field today, it could. That is run by compressed air. What that's going to do is that's going to fill this line through all the different grease points, and it might be really hard to see. See how there's a little haze coming out there? That's oil. These things use an oil style mister. It gets run by the compressed air into the lines, and then it gets pushed through some felt seals. Those felt seals allow debris to stay out, but the oil to come in as a vapor, and then it just kind of bleeds off like so. It can trick a guy. Sometimes it looks like smoke. It's not smoke, it's just vapor. That's normal. With these shear processors, or John Deere processor made by Shear, that's normal. Let's talk through this rig for a second. So, if you've never been around a chopper, how it works is you got a header usually somewhere here, hooks on these pins. Your feed is going to get sucked in here. You can get a couple different feed roll variations, but at the end of the day, the feed rolls are meant to size the crop so that it comes in evenly, and then the speed of this dictates how long or how short we're going to cut said crop. So feed rolls help pull it in from the header. From there, it's going to go into our drum, which is right here, or the cutter head itself. That cutter head's got 40 knives on it on this particular rig, and those 40 knives are going to be what actually chop that material up against the shear bar back here. Oh, really hard to see. We're underneath it now. We've got the spiral pan dropped. This is what the drum looks like. So there's all your knives. You've got 40 of them all the way around. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, that have a little bit of an angle to them depending on where they're at. This drum is spinning and cutting the crop with the edge of the blade. After it gets across the shear bar and it cuts, it goes behind the blade. If you look at the blade itself, it's the corn knives will have a little bit of a cup to it. These got grafts knives on it, so not as cupped. But the purpose of that is so that it can reach around, grab it, and then when it gets to this point, it's going to throw it. It's going to throw it up the spiral band or up the chute to the blower. Now, before the blower, you have the kernel processor that can be placed in it. The kernel processor, what it does, you can see that gap. Right now it's set to 2 millimeters. The processor gets put in for corn only, and the goal is to crack corn kernels. The more cracked corn kernels, the better it is for ensilage, better it is for dairy cows. You can see here, 2 millimeters, that's all the gap there is. Very, very tight. So this machine is going to shove 12 rows of corn at like 4 or 5-ish miles an hour through that little itty bitty gap. Process it all. It's going to hit the blower that's just above that and shoot it out the spout into a waiting truck. that's our next plan of attack. We got to hang that guy back here. Everything is snug down, tighten up. Time to clean up tools. You can tell by the sunset. Well, it's not really sunset yet, but sun going down. It's the end of the day. I need to get cleaned up, put her in the road, and we'll be back tomorrow, ready to rock this demo. We just got to do some fuel, wash the windows. We'll be ready to rip. What I got to do now is clean up my tools and go. Some guys just have it lucky, I guess.